All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. Beautiful Saturday morning. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you're listening in from, and make sure you hit the thumbs up on the YouTube channel. I got to come up with a solid platform to do my crypto talks from. So I'm going to be, over the next couple of weeks, investigating how to do this on a regular scheduled basis. Facebook and YouTube both are not 100% reliable. Last 2 days, I could not connect to YouTube, so I had to use Facebook. This morning, it would not allow me to connect to Facebook, so I have to go back to YouTube. Technology has a mind of its own. Good morning, Bethany Gibbs and Patricia Davis. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestion, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. There's 4 rules I live by in the crypto space to have success. Rule number 1, education is key. Education is everything. Rule number 2, never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Rule number 3, always get your return on investment back as fast as possible. And rule number 4, where do you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? What are you willing to do to make that happen? Make a decision, take action, find a vehicle, and remain focused. Do not get distracted. Now, following these rules is not going to guarantee you success, but it will at least minimize your risk. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the most that you can ask for. All right, so let me get, a new article just popped up while I'm talking about Warren Buffett. I'm going to have to save that for another time. It's not scheduled. So let me share screen. So let's see, what is the market doing this morning? Why are you unresponsive? Come on, don't mess with me today. Give this a second for my computer to boot itself up. So for those who are just coming on, yeah, there was technical difficulty with Facebook. It was not allowing my Zoom to connect. Therefore, I had to go back to do YouTube. And YouTube allowed me to connect today. It did not allow me to connect the last couple of days. All right, here we go. So you should be able to see my screen, no problem. CoinMarketCap is at 183.9 billion. Wait. Let me make sure I refresh this. Because I refresh this. Polonius is saying something different. Oh, come on, computer, do not freeze up on me. This happens. Anyways, good morning, Lance Hunt from Ohio. Jay Guillory. Darnell Abram from the OKC. Cynthia from, hey, wait a minute, Cynthia. Weren't you in the limo with Mike Boggs and everybody to the gang yesterday? I have not heard about that yet, to the mining facility. Hope you had a good time hanging out with the guys yesterday. Brenda Abram from the OKC. I don't have that many tabs open. This shouldn't be this slow on me. It was working fine just this morning. Good grief. Maybe because I started the live. Well, I can look on my other computer and just talk about it till this pops up. Yeah, I thought so. So CoinMarketCap is 178 billion. That's dropped 3.4% over the last 24 hours, which means there was a market correction, but Bitcoin dominance is at 55.5%. So it looks like the altcoins lost more than any of the others. Bitcoin, 5611. What was its 24-hour? Come on. Not giving me real time like I want. Well, I can do it this way. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, EOS, and all of the coins are down the last 24 hours. I think Bitcoin at one point hit 5,800 a coin. Look at this. Google Chrome not responding. If you guys can even see that. All right, Cynthia says all day yesterday was fantastic. Great. I'm sure I'll be hearing from Steve or Mike today. Okay, this is ridiculous. You just have to listen to me. I'm looking at this on my other computer. So the 24-hour high was crypto.com. Dent, let's see, 1.4%. Not too many, Gemini Dog, the stable coins. Okay. Those were the best performers. What were the worst performers the last 24 hours? Red Coin was negative 10%. IOST, negative 10%. Any top 10 coin? No. Neo? ARC? No. ELF? So yeah, this is a market correction from a bounce around yesterday. It's put if we go back to the coins, it puts 7-day average is still in the green for the top 6 coins at least, but we've had a turnaround. Polonius, there we go. Whoa, look at that. The 24-hour high in Polonius was 5,900. It almost hit that 6,000 mark, and then it bounced all the way back down. Lost 300 points within less than 24 hours. So yeah, that remember I showed this chart, that resistance level was getting closer to that 6,000 and then it popped right back down. The next resistance level is at 5,700 and then again 5,800 and then again right at the 6,000. Then it'll bounce right back down. But the buy wall is still high. The buy wall is sitting at about 55.39. Of course. Didn't I just say somebody from Arizona will be calling me? I'm going to put them on the spot. Hold on one second. Hey, Steve.
Yes, sir.
I just started my Crypto Talk live. I told everybody I should be hearing from Steve or Mike today, and you called. So let me finish this up, and I'll call you right back.
That sounds great, brother.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Like clockwork. You know, it's not a mystery that I do Crypto Talks at around the same times every day. I'm just saying. All right, let's look at the bot. Let's see. 28 Bitcoin in this bot with the buy order is at 56.03. And then it's got a sell order at 56.65. So it's still pretty strong, even though it had a little correction. So what's going on with the news? Let's take a look. And of course, it's going to be slow on me. Can we please stop the ridiculous hysteria about cryptocurrency fraud? I agree with that, but I mean, it's going to happen naturally. By calling it fraud, it's a natural rejection or negativity that anybody wants to put on crypto. Just say, oh, it's drug dealers and terrorists and ISIS and stuff is using it. That's why it's no good. Even though there is far more money laundering in the regular banking system than Bitcoin can ever come close to. Another week, another breathless report about cryptocurrency fraud. Is this even news anymore? On April 30th, CipherTrace reported that it had identified 1.2 billion in crypto fraud in the first quarter of 2019, compared to 1.7 billion fraud over the entirety of 2018. If the pace continues, we'll see almost 5 billion in crypto-related fraud this year. That's bad, guys, really bad. But before you wave the crypto's a scam banner and John McAfee starts looking for ways to get out of eating his manhood, let's put things in perspective. Oh, I like this. Look at this one, Bethany. I like this graphic. Bitcoin-related scams are only a problem when you take them out of context. First, $5 billion isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. It's less than 3% of the entire crypto market. While that may seem like a lot, it's smaller than the 4% grocers lose from shoplifting at grocery self-checkout. Oh, wow, I didn't think of it that way. And it pales in comparison to the money stolen from 5.66% of credit card users. Second, crypto is almost totally unregulated. Does fraud affect only about 3% of an unregulated market? That's all? If crypto is really so full of scams, shouldn't it be higher? Yeah. Third, nobody knows whether the first quarter bump is a trend or not. Maybe fraud goes down the rest of the year. So mainstream press has it wrong again. Here's how the headlines should have read. Crypto fraud high, still way behind credit cards. Outrage. About 1.2 billion crypto fraud causes grocers to scream, what about us? Criminals take note. Cryptocurrency is better than cash for laundering money. Use it. When you look at the big picture, it's silly to sensationalize crypto fraud, but not other types of fraud. Last year, scammers stole $3.4 billion from credit card companies through fake new accounts. That number doesn't even include fraudulent charges. Grocery theft is a little harder to pin down, but probably totals about $4 billion in the U.S. alone, based on Food Marketing Institute's estimate of U.S. grocery sales. Those figures only include data from the US. Imagine the totals once you include the other 192 countries in the world. Oh, and money laundering. The United Nations estimates that more than 800 billion is laundered each year using banks, cash, and shell companies. So are Bitcoin scams really that much of a problem? Infamous BitConnect promoter claims victimhood, says it wasn't his first scammers. I'm going to read that article in a second. Yes, of course, scams, whether involving Bitcoin or not, can devastate victims, and the industry should actively combat them. But let's not blow this out of proportion. All markets have scammers. If play is going to play, scammers going to scam. Think of the good news. Because of the transparency of blockchain, we now know about these crimes. We might not know how. We might not know who has the money, but we know where it went. Sometimes we even find the criminals. Grocers, credit card companies, victims of financial scams, they're all heck out of luck. That's true. Shouldn't even be hearing about this anymore as an issue. But you will from those that are uneducated and they just listen to the news. See, here's one thing I was sharing with a partner of mine the other day. I don't just read the news. I like to break it down, understand it, and pick apart what's true and what's not. It's called understanding. It's one thing to read something, but do you understand what you're reading? I don't take anything at face value just because somebody wrote it, it must be true. No, not how I operate. So let's now talk about Carlos Matos and the infamous BitConnect promoter scam. Let me put this one in the chat box. Hey, good morning, Tommy from South Jersey, Victoria. All right. Infamous BitConnect promoter claims victimhood, says it wasn't his first scammers. Why isn't this going away? Here we go. Move that ad out the way. Carlos Matos, who promoted BitConnect throughout its existence, posted a bizarre video to YouTube today in which he claims that he lost most of the money invested in BitConnect and that it was not the first scam to which he fell victim. Watch Matos below in a video from 2017 pumping the crowd at a BitConnect event. In the new vlog, Matos says he invested around $25,600 into BitConnect originally, but only took small profits from the infamous scam. At the height of things, he had approximately $250,000 he could have withdrawn, but didn't decide to do so until it was too late, like many who lost money. Okay, this goes back to my 4 rules. And the reason why my 4 rules are important, because a lot of times you might be in a situation where you don't know you're getting scammed until you actually get scammed. Some things may seem and look legit. Some investments may look legit. You don't have control on certain things. But if you follow these rules, if you get caught up in something, you still make it out. For example, rule number 2, never invest money you cannot afford to lose. And rule number 3, always get your investment out back as fast as possible so you eliminate your risk. Whoever was involved in BitConnect, had you followed those rules, you would not have lost unless you joined like within the last 30 days before it went under. Anyways, as you guys know, the tragic end of BitConnect was that it fell down and everybody lost everything. That's not true. I was one of those as well. I lost most of the amount of money that I had in BitConnect, which was over $250,000. Matos only touches briefly on the subject of BitConnect, which is the subject most people want to hear him talk about. Madoff's fame became associated with a global multi-billion-dollar racket in the minds of many. Moving on or awaiting prosecution? The video blog goes on in a rambling manner for over 20 minutes, during which Madoff talks about his ambitions to become a board-certified behavioral analyst. Madoff says he is already such an analyst, but hopes to become board certified. Madoff wants his viewers to know that he has been victimized by several scams. Victimized, huh? Wait, hold on one second. Somebody's blowing me up again. I'll let them know. Doing Crypto Talk Live. Remember, guys, I'll say this again. I may not do a crypto talk every day, but when I do, it will always be at the 12 o'clock Eastern hour or 9 p.m. Eastern hour. So before shooting me a message, just glance down at your clock. Wait, Warren Buffett gambling device, Bitcoin hasn't produced anything. I might cover that this morning. But I want to make the news on that. I may wait. We'll see. So BitConnect is far from resolved as scams go, and Matos may be speaking a little too early about rebuilding. The FBI recently asked for help in its investigation of the multi-continental fraud. While BitConnect promoters have been arrested in several countries, notably India. BitConnect, where are they now? BitConnect had the typical Ponzi mechanics about it. It promised investors guaranteed 10% returns. False. First and foremost, I am not defending BitConnect in any way. I'm just setting the record straight. BitConnect never promised and guaranteed freaking 10% or any percent returns for that matter. It was promoters who were out there guaranteeing certain returns. That's what got USI Tech in trouble. That's what got BitConnect on the radar screen. It never promised and guaranteed 10% returns. But this next sentence is correct. Guaranteed returns are always a red flag. That is true. No investment can boast them unless they are contractually guaranteed, like a certificate of deposit or something. Other BitConnect promoters have moved on as well. Trevon James recently graced this website claiming Bitcoin is headed to zero. Now, he's a clown. All three of these are clowns. I know who they are. I had a run-in with this clown right here. Craig Grant. Craig Grant, a highly successful BitConnect affiliate, is reportedly doing cooking videos now. Cooking videos? What is he, Martha Stewart? But in his video, he talks extensively about BitConnect and how he came to be involved with it. It could be years before a resolution is reached in the BitConnect scam. Multiple jurisdictions want a piece of the case. Promoters are likely to pay the price, at a minimum, for promoting unregistered securities and using misleading advertising. Whatever happens, it's still entertaining to watch these guys talk as if the whole thing never happened. All right, next up. Three reasons Bitcoin will race toward a new record. Okay. Three reasons Bitcoin will race toward a new record. The Bitcoin price surged as much as 7.6% on Friday to establish a new 2019 peak at $5,796. The uptrend pushed Bitcoin's year-to-date rally to an impressive 54.08%. At the same time, it brought the asset's total recovery to an astounding 82% and set the cryptocurrency well on its way to a fresh record high. Here are three factors that indicate the Bitcoin price has not only found a bottom, but is also well on its way to smashing through the $20,000 peak it set in late 2017. Reason one, moving averages mimic historical pattern from 2015. Yesterday, factor trading author Peter Brand suggested the Bitcoin price could hit $19,800 in the future. He backed his prediction using a weekly moving average indicator, noting that it was now trending below the Bitcoin spot price. The last time such a move took place was in November 2015 and preceded Bitcoin's triumphant march from $340 in 2015 to a whopping $19,800 in 2017. Robert Schloimer, a technical strategist at Wall Street strategy firm Fundstrat, also believes that Bitcoin is pounding into a bull market. The financial expert said the asset could initially go through a pullback towards its 200 weekly moving average following its most recent push towards $6,000. But after that, it could enter a mammoth accumulation phase, which, as supported by Fundstrat co-founder Thomas Lee, could push the price towards $20,000. Really? I agree with this. What I just don't know is the timetable. The latest jump also closed the Bitcoin price above its 50 weekly moving average as shown via the blue curve in the chart above. Okay, I see that. So this is where it was at its height, all the way down. 6,800, this was last year, November. This is when the Bitcoin Cash fork took place. John McAfee acted crazy, and not John McAfee, Craig Wright, and boom, drop. And we've been at this steady level since November of last year. And now, starting in 2019, we're starting to see a slow uptick. But I think we're going to have at least one more correction that should bounce us back down here and then continue to rise. Because look at the pattern in the past. We've had drops and then it bounces up, drop, bounce up, drop, bounce up, drop, bounce up, drop, bounce up. I think we're still in line for at least one more. The 50 WMA historically signaled a strong bullish bias whenever the price was trending above it. Bitcoin crashed below the 50 WMA in May 2018 during a wild downside market action, after which the price careened as low as 3,100. Number two, relative strength index rages bullish. Recently, Bitcoin's weekly relative strength indicator jumped above 53.65, its highest level since October 2015. The level, as indicated via a red horizontal line in the chart above, so far served as the yardstick to measure a bull or a bear trend. When it jumped above 53.65, the buying sentiment in the Bitcoin market improved. And when the RSI went below that mark, as it did during the January 2018, it triggered sell pressure. Okay. Reason number three, the Bitcoin price formed a golden cross. Gotta learn the nerds that look at these charts religiously, they're able to chart different patterns, especially when they pull the microscope back a bit. They call it the golden cross, huh? This is where the blue and the golden line meet each other, as it happened here. But it was on a downward swing. Here, they're both on an upwards. Dang it, I think I'm becoming one of those nerds now. I'm making fun of nerds who can read the charts, and I can read the charts. Go figure. A golden cross is achieved when an asset's short-term moving average jumps above its long-term moving average. The Bitcoin price witnessed one of these formations back in October 2015, when it was trading near $300. Later, the asset underwent one of its longest bullish periods, which eventually brought the price close to $20,000. It once again formed the Golden Cross in April 2019, signaling a potential long-term upside. Okay, so you go through these years, 2016, when this, 2015 when this happened, and then we had this all the way up, all the way to now. Well, they're saying it's happening again right now, but that's a long-term trend. It may not happen immediately. This was a 4-year run. All three of these factors bolster the argument that the Bitcoin price will retest the 20,000 mark, perhaps even sooner than many bulls expect. For now, Bitcoin is trading at 5,700. There's a fourth reason they need to put in here, and it's the most important one. You know, the nerds only want to look at the numbers, but you can't just look at the numbers. You got to look at the people. You got to look at other factors. You got to look at the market manipulators, the institutional investors that's shorting it. Why they're shorting it? Because they're building the infrastructure in place. You got to put all of that matters more than these numbers do. If all we did was look at these numbers, the price of Bitcoin right now would be at around 14,000 a coin. But that's not the only factor. Anyways, pretty good article anyway. All right, next up. Crypto invades the Nasdaq as institutions warm up to Bitcoin. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is something that is measurable. The Nasdaq has shown a growing affinity for Bitcoin. That relationship has just gone to the next level with knowledge that CNBC Africa's crypto trader will begin broadcasting from the Nasdaq studio. Rand Neuner, the host of the show, tweeted that the next season will launch from Times Square on May 9th. The Nasdaq studio is in the middle of all the action and could be visible to the tons of people passing by on their way to and from work, not to mention tourists. It thrusts crypto into the heart of Manhattan at a pivotal time for the industry and is sure to turn some heads. Rand and his show will now have a front row seat to this evolution as it plays out on global media. With the Bitcoin price now poised above 5,700, crypto is about to get its time in the sun. Really? When crypto dropped from 9,000 to 5,000, 6,000, and then below, they said crypto was dead. Now that it's at 5,700, all of a sudden it's going to have its time in the sun? What, it didn't have its time in the sun? Was that 20,000 a coin? The timing of the move is surely no accident. Bitcoin bulls are back. No, they're not. And institutional investors are now beginning to dip their toes into the crypto waters. No, they did that last year. You're just now recognizing it. Fidelity published a survey revealing that institutional investors' crypto allocations are poised to rise over the next half decade, which could open the floodgates to mainstream adoption. That's true. So Rand Neuner says, big news. I have been working on moving CNBC Crypto Trader to New York City for over a year. This Thursday, we launch our new season from the CNBC studio at the Nasdaq market site in New York City. That is big news, though. Fidelity spoke to hundreds of hedge funds, pension funds, family offices, and more. They found that more than 20% of institutional investors already have some exposure to digital assets, allocations that were made since 2016. Nearly half of them view digital assets as having a place in their investment portfolios. Bitcoin is becoming famous. The timing of CNBC's crypto trader arriving in New York also coincides with the recent Bitcoin commercial released by Grayscale Investments. I haven't seen that commercial. The campaign, which is entitled Drop Gold, is set on the streets of Manhattan. The ad mocks gold as an onerous investment, instead touting Bitcoin as the future for features like security, borderless, and issues. Really? I didn't see this video. Gotta love this video about the barber's relic from Grace. Yeah, I want to see this video. Hold on a second here. Dropgold.com. They got a website. It's called dropgold.com. I can't have the audio on because it's going to feedback. Let me see. What? What? No. Oh, I got to share this. This is my first time seeing that. Okay. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna post it. That is that's big news right there. Wait, did it post? Anything else? Okay, cancel. Yeah, I will say something here. I just saw this video. The rocket ship is being fueled. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's funny. I'll keep that open. I'm going to use that later. Okay, let's go back to the article here. Let's see. Anecdotal evidence also suggests that institutional investments into Bitcoin are on the rise. Bakkt, the regulated Bitcoin futures exchange owned by the New York Stock Exchange parent company ICE, will be launching soon. The exchange is headquartered in Atlanta and is expected to be a magnet for institutional capital. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq is no stranger to crypto. Okay, so you guys noticed something. We already covered yesterday about the New York Stock Exchange, and now today we're hearing news about the Nasdaq. It's no stranger to crypto. They recently launched a new XRP liquid index. Also, a trader on Twitter suggested that the Nasdaq is already supporting Bitcoin trading via TD Ameritrade. Really? Cryptopolis says, breaking, BTC is now being traded on the Nasdaq. I bought one BTC through my TD Ameritrade account. According to the chart, it started trading April 10th, 2019. Other digital assets are soon to follow. In the heart of Manhattan, Rand Nooner and crypto trader will seemingly be sharing a studio with other CNBC shows. This means that traders and big investors who are there to discuss the stock market could also double as guests for Rand's show. It creates an opportunity for both markets to collaborate and share information and guests, which is something that will help catapult Bitcoin into the limelight. You're going to start seeing a melting pot, a merging, that whenever you talk stocks, Nasdaq, New York Stock Exchange, Forex, you will also be talking crypto. It will all be one big pot. The rocket ship is being fueled. It hasn't taken off yet. You're in position to get on board before that rocket ship takes off. But that is it for Crypto Talk for this morning. I will probably, I'm going to be making a lot of videos today. In fact, I'm going to do a Facebook Live this afternoon. I don't know what time. I'm just going to go live whenever I'm ready. And the topic is going to be the river of money. The river of money. It is important to understand this concept because the river is changing course right before our eyes. And we will have the opportunity to change course with it, just like the wealthy people do. But you got to even know that it is there. You know, you can't win the game if you don't even know the game is being played. But This news just popped up. Warren Buffett, gambling device Bitcoin hasn't produced anything. Really? Then why are you investing hundreds of millions of dollars into the fintech technology? Everything he's saying right now, he's doing the opposite. Never listen to what they say. Warren Buffett, for the first time, invested in freaking Amazon. What is Amazon doing? What? You got to understand the timing. Amazon's been around for how long? And Warren Buffett never invested in them. Why? Because he says, oh, well, it's not traditional. You know, I'm into the traditional stuff. That's technology stuff. I'm not into that. But what did Amazon just announce this year? They are huge into the blockchain. And they're going to create their own coin. And after they make that announcement, what do we hear? Oh, Warren Buffett, for the first time ever, is investing in Amazon. Is that a coincidence? Because Warren Buffett doesn't do anything by coincidence. And then, after it's announced that he's investing in Amazon, he comes out publicly and says, oh, well, you know, Bitcoin's just gambling. It hasn't produced anything. Really? And for the ignorant, uneducated people out there, see, one of the world's richest men said, you know, Bitcoin's bad. You don't invest in nothing Bitcoin, and not realize that the man is about to make billions off of it while you listen to him and you're going to remain broke, or you're going to sell your Bitcoin that he's going to end up buying up. He's not stupid. Okay, I'm going to save this one for later. Is there any other news? Mysterious crypto whale unveils meteoric Bitcoin price target. What? Okay, those are two articles I'm going to save for tonight. Mysterious price target. All right, I'll read that tonight. And whatever else new comes out for later. Anyways, I am going to be doing a Facebook Live later about the river of money, understanding it. And I will probably be back tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't, depending on the platforms, YouTube or Facebook, one of them. So if you don't see me on YouTube, go to my Facebook page, or vice versa. They'll be recorded anyway if you miss it. So have a great day, everybody. Again, I put this out there as well. I am creating my own personal branded website. If you have any testimonials, that any impact that I might have had in your life over the past 10 years being in business, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you, Patricia. I got your message as well. Send that on over. I appreciate it. All right, have a great day, everybody. I'm about to call Steve back and find out what happened in Arizona. Talk to you all later. Great day. God bless. Bye-bye.